Have you ever opened a door in your own home and felt your heartbeat turn into a hammer? I whispered into the bathroom mirror, gripping its edge with white knuckles. My reflection, a woman I thought I knew, stared back at me, eyes wide and unsteady. Just 2 hours ago, I'd stumbled upon his secret sanctuary, a hidden room tucked behind the guest closet shelves, lined with dozens of wrapped presents, each tagged with a name I didn't know. Names like Emily, Jade, Sophia, and Liz. It all unraveled Monday evening. I'd been searching for our spare linen set when the closet door jammed. Knees aching, I knelt and pried the bottom plank of the wall aside and felt the hollow space behind it. Curiosity overpowered caution. I nudged the panel free, revealing a narrow gap, then felt around until my fingers brushed a cold brass handle. My pulse surged as I turned. The door swung inward, and I caught my breath at the soft golden glow beyond. Inside, a velvet-draped alcove emerged from the shadows. A low table at the center bore stacks of beautifully wrapped boxes, ribbons of pastel satin, glossy paper decorated with gold filigree, tiny handwritten tags and flowing script. Every surface held evidence of meticulous planning. One shelf overflowed with designer scarves in pristine boxes. Another cradled delicate glass jewelry, cases. A third displayed perfume bottles, glimmering under discreet LED strips. Footsteps had to be silent here, reverent, even reverent worship. As I stepped inside, I found more than gifts. A wall-mounted corkboard displayed Polaroids of my husband, Mark, with at least half a dozen different women, celebrating birthdays, toasting in bars, laughing over coffees. In each snapshot, he wore the same easy grin he reserved for me on our wedding day. But in these photos, his arm was draped over her shoulders, foreheads touched in private jokes. He'd captured every moment, printed and pinned them like trophies. My chest tightened. This was no secret stash of sentimental trinkets. This was a shrine to other women, his clandestine devotion. A single, untagged box set slightly apart, top unwrapped, revealing a delicate silk lingerie set, size and style unmistakably meant for someone else. I clutched my chest and stumbled out, panels swinging shut behind me with a muffled click. For a moment I stood frozen in the linen closet, shaking so hard I could barely breathe. Then every memory of his late nights flashed before me, the week he claimed an urgent conference, but came home reeking of jasmine, the business trip he took when I was recovering from surgery, the mysterious credit card charge at L'Amour Boutique. I chalked it up to misunderstandings, my own overactive imagination. Now I saw the truth. I'd been gaslit, told I was crazy or overthinking, all while he built this secret lair. I rushed upstairs, tears blurring my vision. Mark was in the kitchen, humming as he prepared sandwiches for Lily's school lunch. He turned at my panicked approach. "What's wrong, honey?" he asked, a benign smile playing on his lips. "Where were you last night?" I demanded, voice cracking. He laughed, the easy warmth I once trusted. "You're still on about that dinner invitation mix-up?" "I was at the Andersons. They're having a new baby, remember?" "Don't lie to me," I shouted. "I found your room." My fingers twisted into the hem of my shirt. The hidden room in the basement, full of gifts for other women. He froze, dropping the knife he'd been spreading mustard with. His calm facade shattered into panic. "What?" I don't know what you're talking about." My fury blossomed. "Don't play dumb. The velvet drapes, the ribbons, the photos, Angela's birthday present, Sophia's engagement gift, Jade's anniversary box. You even left lingerie out. And I have Polaroids of you, and each of them pinned on the wall. His face went pale. He opened his mouth, closed it. Sarah, it's not what you think, he stammered, stepping toward me. Then explain, I hissed. Explain why you've been telling me I'm crazy for suspecting you. Mark ran a hand through his hair, gaze darting to the stairs as if imagining Lily overhearing. I set it up for a surprise, he said, voice unsteady. These aren't gifts to lovers. They're for a women's charity event, fundraiser, raffle prizes. The photos are for the slideshow, don't you? Remember I volunteered to organize it. I told you Angela was helping me coordinate. I just didn't mention I'd gotten samples. I laughed bitterly. A women's charity, with lingerie samples, and you never thought to tell me. We had a secret boutique in our basement. How absurd do you think I am? He drew in a shaky breath. I was trying to protect you from the stress. You've been so busy. With work and Lily, I didn't want to burden you with more tasks. I thought I could handle it all, and surprise you once it was ready. I felt my anger shift into something darker. Shock, betrayal, heartbreak. So you hid everything from me, I whispered. Our marriage, our life together, was too fragile for you. To share a charity project. His shoulders sagged, voice small. No, not like that. I love you. If I could take it back, I would. Tears pricked my eyes. I need to know the truth, I said, voice quavering. I need dates, receipts, official emails, every scrap of evidence. I gestured to the counter. Start talking, right? Now, or we are done. He nodded, swallowing. Okay, he said. I'll show you everything. He ran to his briefcase by the door, retrieving a stack of folders. All the donation records, vendor invoices, event, sponsorship agreements. I have the master guest list here. No one's a secret. I took the folders, hefted them in my arms. I'll believe it when I see it, I said, swallowing the lump in my throat. Mark exhaled, relief flickering when I didn't reject him outright. Thank you, he whispered. I'll prove it to you. I turned away, the weight of folders echoing the weight in my chest. As I walked toward the living room, I thought of how love sometimes means confronting the secrets you never wanted to see. And as the front door swung shut behind me, I realized the next hours would decide whether our marriage could survive the darkness beneath our feet, or whether I'd walk away free of illusions but brokenhearted. I carried the thick folders into our living room, every step echoing like a countdown to our truth. Mark followed, face pale, shoulders slumped. I set the files on the coffee table and motioned for him to sit. Lily's coloring books lay abandoned on the rug, her crayons splayed like the chaos of my thoughts. Show me, I said, voice low. Start from the beginning. He drew a shaky breath and opened the first folder, a printed event proposal from Hearts and Hope Foundation, dated 6 months ago. I signed a contract to provide raffle items for their winter gala, he began, pointing at a line that read item count, 50 premium gifts, delivery date, December 15th. I tapped the proposal. This is your handwriting, but it says nothing about lingerie or personal letters. He nodded. I wrote that originally, but we changed it. He flipped to the next page, an email. Thread with someone at Hearts and Hope. See, here's my email requesting a quote for gift wrapping services. I scanned it. The reply came from events@heartsandhope.org, but the signature block read, Marjorie Leland, volunteer coordinator. The email said, we'd be happy to provide wrapping at $5 per item. No mention of colors or themes. No mention of a private storage room. I frowned. Nothing in here says you're drilling a secret room in our basement. Mark's hand trembled. I handled that part myself. I opened the next folder. Vendor invoices stamped paid for elite gift wrappers. An unlicensed local business with no website, just a P.O. box. Invoices totaled $2,500, but the number of items matched the count of women's names on the tags. 12 premium scarves, 8 jewelry sets, 10 perfume bottles, and 20 leather-bound journals. I lifted my head. These invoices list addresses, high-rise penthouses, country estates private, offices, not charity offices. He looked away, because I had them sent directly to the women as thank-you gifts for their support of my charity drive. I didn't want to mix my personal life with yours. Your personal life? I echoed. Thank you gifts to whom? Who are these women? He hesitated, then exhaled. There, some are old friends, mentors, my college thesis, advisor, business mentors who helped me start my nonprofit. Others are donors who funded our scholarships. I wrote personal notes, handwritten letters, thanking them for their generosity. I rifled through the next folder. 12 crisp letters on ivory stationery, each signed with Gratitude, Mark Harrison. I read the first, addressed to Dr. Angela Bloom. The script was elegant, but the letter was intimate in tone. Your kindness changed my life. I am forever in your debt. Please accept this token of my appreciation. Tears welled. These read like love letters. He closed his eyes. I never meant them that way. I turned the pages, stopping at the letter to Jade Thompson. In the margin, a blue ink smudge. A lipstick kiss. My heart clenched. He whispered, "That was a mistake." I slammed the folder shut. Mistake. I stood pacing. A lipstick kiss. In a thank you letter to a donor. Mark rose, closing the gap between us. Look, I didn't want to hurt you. I spun to face him. Then tell me why you hid all of this from me. Why build a room under our home instead of tell me you'd started a nonprofit? Why hide all these letters and gifts? He swallowed. Because I was overwhelmed. I thought I could handle things on my own, raise funding, manage donors, thank them personally without burdening you. I felt tears burn. That's what you call burdening me? Creating a secret room full of gifts and letters, masquerading as charity when it felt like an affair. His eyes filled. It was never an affair, he said fiercely. I never slept with any of them. They mean nothing to me romantically. I clenched my fists. Then why have you been telling me I'm crazy whenever I asked about your late nights? I thought you were cheating. He hung his head. I panicked every time you asked. I was terrified you'd question not only the gifts but my entire purpose. So I'd deflect, tell you were overthinking. I hate that I did that. I exhaled, exhaustion pooling in my limbs. I want proof. Safe, I'd whisper when I felt overwhelmed. Anchor, he'd say when he needed reassurance. Those words became our vows in miniature, promises that we would pause, listen, and hold each other through every storm. 6 months later, on the grand opening of the hearth, the basement door revealed not a secret, but a banner in bold letters. Welcome to the hearth, our community, our home. Neighbors, filed inside beneath string lights, greeted by children's laughter, stacks of donated books, and tables laden with art supplies. Mark took the microphone. Thank you all for joining us, he said, voice thick with emotion. This space was born from mistakes and secrecy, but also from the courage to face the truth. We dedicated to every person who believes in second chances. I stood beside him, hand in his, feeling a warmth that went deeper than the candlelit glow. Lily led the ribbon cutting with an oversized pair of scissors, her grin wide enough to light the darkest corners. As the scissors snipped, confetti rained down, bookmarks, painted handprints, and tiny, heart-shaped notes reading community, hope, and trust. I watched Mark's eyes fill with tears, mirroring my own. That evening, after guests had left and the basement lights dimmed, we sat at the bottom of the stairs, toes brushing the new oak floor. Mark dug a small box of multicolored markers from his pocket. "I saved these from the secret room," he said. "Let's write our story on the door every step we took." He handed me a green marker. I wrote, "Found pain in secrecy." He wrote beneath it in blue, "Built a bridge of honesty." I added in gold, "Transformed hurt into hope." He finished in red, "Together onward." We stood back and admired the mosaic we created, a testament to everything we had endured and the life we chose to build. As I leaned into him, I realized that the hidden room of gifts and secrets had been the catalyst for our greatest gift, a chance to rewrite our marriage on the foundation of truth, vulnerability, and shared purpose. And as the door clicked shut behind us, no longer hiding but inviting, I knew our future was no longer dictated by what lay beneath the floorboards, but by the choices we made every day in sunlight, in shadow, and always side by side.